Before knowing why India buy oil from Russia or Middle East, you need to know how the oil is formed. Let's dive deep into it and don't skip the video till the end to get the maximum out of it. Let's get started. There are majorly two types of energies on the earth. Those are renewable and non-renewable energies. What are renewable energies? These are the energies which get restored again and again when they are exhausted. Examples are, first one is solar energy. Solar panels are the best examples as nowadays people are using them as a source of electricity for their homes. Second is wind energy. Wind turbines are the primary technology used to harness the wind energy. They consist of blades attached to a rotor. When the wind blows, it causes the blades to spin, turning the rotor. The rotor is connected to a generator either directly or through a gearbox, which converts the mechanical energy from the rotor into electrical energy. Third is geothermal energy. Geothermal energy is derived from the heat stored within the earth. This is mostly used by the industrial purposes. Fourth, hydropower. Hydropower generates electricity by taking the control of the energy of flowing water. Best example is dams, which stores large volume of water in reservoirs. When released, the water flows through turbines, generating electricity. This is the most common type of hydropower. Fifth is ocean energy. Ocean energy has various technologies that harness the power of ocean. This uses the rise and fall of tides to generate electricity. Tidal barriers and underwater tidal turbines are the common technologies. Sixth is bioenergy. Bioenergy is a type of renewable energy derived from the organic material such as plants and animals' waste. It can be used for generating electricity and produce heat and creating biofuels. This is all about renewable energy, and let us come into our topic, that is non-renewable energy. What is non-renewable energy? The energy which cannot be replaced or restored, which is a major problem for humanity as we are currently dependent on them to most of our energy needs. Non-renewable energy sources include coal, natural gas, oil, and nuclear energy. Here, coal, natural gas, and oil are fossil fuels. According to the US National Academy of Sciences, 81% of the total energy used in the United States come from coal, oil, and natural gas. As of 2023, around 80% of India's energy consumption comes from coal, oil, and natural gas. This is similar to US. Today, fossil fuels are necessary for human survival and everyday life and are primary source for world's energy. They are used for heating, transportation, generating electricity, and create common products like computers, cosmetics, paints, household appliances. Till now, we discussed what are the uses of fossil fuels, but we should know how fossil fuels are made. Fossil fuels are made from decomposing plants and animals. Yes, you heard me right. They are made from decomposing plants and animals. Let's go back to 300 to 360 million years ago. Under the deep ocean, there are plants and animals. Animals doesn't mean don't think as a cat, dog, horse, etc. No, don't think of those. These are microscopic marine organisms like plankton and algae. So, when they are dead, their remains or dead bodies get settled on the bottom part of the ocean, which is called as seabeds. Here, they get mixed up with sediments, which is a composition of sand, silt, and clay. As under the ocean, the oxygen levels are very poor. These remains or dead bodies will not fully decompose. So, Over millions of years, they were buried by more sediments. That means layers of particles will accumulate on top of them, and then they are subjected to heat and pressure, converting them into hydrocarbons. What are hydrocarbons? Oil and natural gas. This is how oil and natural gas are formed. Unfortunately, fossil fuels are the non-renewable resources, and waiting millions of years for new coal, oil and natural gas deposits to form is not a realistic idea. This is the major problem the world is facing now. And to answer the question, why do India import oil from Russia or Middle East? Let us look at the oil reserves in India. India has relatively modest oil reserves. Proven reserves of India, as of recent estimates, the India has about 600 million barrels of proven oil reserves, and India produces 7 lakh to 8 lakh barrels of oil per day, which is a small fraction of its domestic consumption. India is one of the largest consumer of oil globally, with daily consumption exceeding 4 million barrels per day. Because of this huge difference between production and consumption, we import large scales of oil. Let us talk about oil reserves in Middle East. Oil reserves in Middle East. The Middle East has some of the largest oil reserves in the world. Saudi Arabia has over 260 billion barrels of proven reserves. Iran has approximately 155 billion barrels. Iraq has around 145 billion barrels. UAE has about 95 billion barrels. Kuwait has about 101 billion barrels. Let us talk about oil reserves in Russia. Russia is also a major player in the global oil market. Proven reserves are around 80 billion barrels. Russia is one of the top 3 oil producers globally, producing over 10 million barrels per day. Russia is a major oil exporter, supplying large quantities to Europe and Asia. So by this, the proven oil reserves in the Middle East and Russia are vastly larger than those in India. For instance, Saudi Arabia alone has more than 400 times the proven reserves of India. The daily oil production in countries like Saudi Arabia and Russia is several times higher than India, enabling them to a major exports. This is the reason why India exports oil from Russia and Middle East. I hope you like this video. If you find this video helpful or you gain some knowledge out of it, consider to like, share and subscribe to our channel. That's it for this video. See you in the next video.